board of management for today, and Ease My Trip, they reported the numbers. So to talk about their numbers, what is the demand trend actually shaping up like? How was the summer season in terms of holiday season for them? We are joined by Prashant Pati, co-founder at Ease My Trip, joining in with us this afternoon on Markets at Noon. Prashant, a very good afternoon to you, and thank you so much for joining in with us on ET Now. Let's just talk about, the company in the starting that has actually been in an expansion mode, has acquired majority stake. I beg your pardon, actually, it's not numbers, but it's on the expansion. So yes, in terms of the majority stakes in multiple companies that you have acquired, last 6 months also you made these acquisitions. So let's talk about the latest acquisitions. What do they do and what do they add and bring to the table for the company?
Of course, the company is expanding both organically and inorganically. As you are aware, the company is growing really well within India and outside India as well. We have started our operations in Dubai. We have started our operations in London, and the results are coming far better than what we anticipated. In terms of inorganic acquisitions, as we have mentioned before, that we would be focused more on non-flight business in terms of inorganic acquisitions. And this is what, these acquisitions speaks about. All these three companies are very heavy on tourism and holiday packages. Duke Travel is basically one of the main suppliers for CIS countries. They do a lot of fixed departures, which are originating from India but going to Turkey and CIS countries. They're doing fabulously well. They are profitable and they are growing. And Mr. Sandeep, who's the promoter, will continue to run the show while we have purchased 51% stake in the company in the format of equity swap. As you would understand, that fixed departures actually work really well for OTAs like us. We have anywhere about 1 million people who visit our website on daily basis, website or our app on daily basis. We will be able to sell fixed departures much better than the individual travelers who are looking for their holidays.
Mm-hmm. Prashant, how have these acquisitions that you talk about so excitedly have been funded? Did you have books, cash on your books which you utilized, or you raised it or plan to raise some money about it?
So all these acquisitions are via equity swap. There is no cash which is exchanged in these transactions.
Okay, and analysts are also saying that margins are unlikely to improve materially due to that continued investment and pressure on take rates. Are you worried about reduced margins in the coming quarters as the company chases growth?
No, not really. In fact, holiday space is one space where margins are much better than the flight space. So in fact, it is only adding value to the margins.
While the hotel segment is a very high margin for you with the travel boom, how is this segment really likely to perform in coming quarters?
Yeah, of course, hotel is one segment which we are expanding rapidly, as you would see. Even in the last year, our hotel business grew almost by 2x. And this year as well, we are anticipating our hotel business to continuously grow without requiring any funding or any investments from the company. It's growing at break-even pace, and we would want to continue grow without making any losses to the company.
Okay, and Prashant, there were recent promoter stake sales. Any rationale for promoter stake sale? Doesn't the promoter stake sale to a great extent indicate the loss of confidence, or shouldn't shareholders then be worried about that?
No, I mean, of course, we clarified the reason why we did the share of the sale. Basically, there was one big investor who wanted a slightly higher stake in the company. And with that big marquee name, we only could add more confidence to the table. And even now, the promoters still own 65% of the company, which is extremely high when you look at any other internet companies, where most of the companies are calling themselves as no promoter companies, or probably have between 1 to 5% of the ownership of the company.
Mm-hmm. Prashant, you mentioned that you expect the gross merchandise value, GMV, and a net profit to double by the financial year end, which is 3 quarters from here. And are you track on that? And what is driving this confidence?
No, we seen that we are pretty well on track, and the confidence is coming from firstly the industry itself, where the industry is growing tremendously, and then on top of it, Ease My Trip not just only growing within India but even outside India, where we believe that the world is our oyster now. We are able to manifest good results coming from outside India, and that gives us tremendous amount of confidence that we'll be able to grow our business to double the numbers in FY24.
Okay, Prashant, thank you so much for joining in with us this afternoon on talking about the company's expansion plan. What should we be expecting from the company going forward? But thank you so much for that, Prashant. Let's move on.